Okay, today I'm going to do a Copycat Long John Silver's recipe. Their batter. I'm going to try to duplicate it. So I hope you'll try this recipe. Let's get going. So the first thing you're going to need is 3/4 cup of flour. And the next thing we'll do is add some cornstarch. 2 teaspoons. And we're going to add a teaspoon of sugar. I'm using pure cane sugar. You can use the white sugar if that's all you have. We're gonna season it with some garlic powder, and I'm just using the organic garlic powder. Gonna do onion powder and some salt. We need 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And I'm just going to eyeball it, but you could certainly measure it out with a measuring spoon. Okay, you're going to want to mix all this stuff together. And this is a 1-to-1 ratio, so if you needed more batter than this, you could start with a full cup of flour and a full cup. You're going to need cold water. This works best with cold water. If you use room temperature, it doesn't seem to work as well. Okay, take our cold water and use the same amount we did for flour. We're going to use 3/4 cup of cold water. Going to mix all this together. Okay, we're going to let the batter sit for about 5 minutes while we heat up the deep fryer. Deep fryer ready to go, so I'm going to take the, I got some chicken tenders here. I did 1/2 pound of chicken tenders and 1/2 pound of shrimp. And we're going to do the chicken first so that the chicken doesn't taste like shrimp. That's real important to remember when you're deep frying. If you're dealing with fish or anything like that, the oil always takes ownership of the strongest odor, you know, from the food. So it's real important that if you're doing fish and chicken, that you do your chicken first. Otherwise, your chicken will taste like fish. So we're going to do our chicken first. Here's the first one. And you don't want to overload your deep fryer because every time you add a piece of chicken, the temperature goes down. So I'm going to do like 3 pieces, and after they get going, then I'll add more. I absolutely love Long John Silver's batter. I just really do. I enjoy eating at Long John Silver's, but I'm also very smart enough to know that not every Long John Silver's is clean. Not every Long John Silver's has the same standards. Even though I'm sure they monitor those on a corporate level. Making this at home just seems like I have more control over the cleanliness of the food. So I really think you'll enjoy this version of their, what I'm calling the Copycat version of their batter that they use on their fish. You could do cod, cod is another fish that they use a lot at Long John Silver's because it's a meaty fish and it stays together. It doesn't fall apart when you cook it like a, sometimes even a catfish, depending on where you catch it, it may fall apart in your oil. So anyway, we'll be back when these are ready to be taken out of the deep fryer. It's almost done. I'm going to go ahead and get the last piece of chicken out. And now we're going to start adding our shrimp. And these are going to cook really pretty fast. I kind of shake off the excess batter because it's going to puff up anyway. And again, you don't want to add a whole bunch of them because it's going to cool it all down. But I'm going to add as much as I can go around the surface and see. And they'll cook 2 to 3 minutes and then you'll be ready to go as they brown. As they go to the bottom and then come up to the surface, I try to bump them to get them to turn. Because you want them browning all the way around. You don't want it to brown on one side. This is somewhat like a tempura batter. Okay, we'll let the shrimp cook and we'll be back. Okay, this is the chicken and this is the shrimp. I've got one more batch of shrimp left in the fryer. But we're going to go ahead and serve up the chicken and the french fries. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll try this batter recipe. I'll leave the recipe in a link below. And if you want any more of the shrimp recipes, you can find them in the playlist connected to my channel. If you'd like to find me on Facebook, you can find me at Pots, Pans, and Pioneers. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Find somebody to bless.